He's done.
And it's all over.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
For a 28-year-old on top of the game with all the belts, all the money, all the numbers, I'm running it for real now.
Conor McGregor will be stripped of his featherweight title.
Can we expect to see you back inside of a boxing ring against a very notable figure anytime soon?
Watch me take over boxing, trust me on that. Look me in the eyes, 28 years of age, confident as a long, rangy, dangerous with every hand.
When's it gonna happen?
You'll hear about it.
We have so much to discuss. Mayweather, McGregor, it's actually happening.
I want this entire arena to scream, the Mayweathers.
This was some buzz.
Conor McGregor, he's just losing it right now.
It's all over. Conor McGregor trying to go at the referee. I don't know what's going on here. Who are these guys?
Conor McGregor was smashed in a bus window at Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
There was an incident this week with Khabib and Artem Lubov. This is the most disgusting thing that has ever happened in the history of the company.
Is he apologetic at all?
No.
Whatever you want, doesn't matter. Ireland, New York, Brooklyn, or Moscow. Tell me where.
He is a monster.
I want to change his face.
We're talking maulings and massacres.
Surprise, surprise, the king is back.
It's on, ladies and gentlemen.
Why you come here?
To come and shut this man up, little glass jaw rat. Here's my location, you little fool, right in front of you. If that bus door had have opened, this man would be dead right now.
It stings real bad about this little fight business. I've been on the end of many defeats in my life, and I've rose back, so I will not shy away from it. I will not make excuses for it. I will assess it, and I just misinterpreted his efficiency. He was very efficient, and he took shots well, and he played with his energy well, whereas I didn't. I blew out. He did not. He almost felt I hurt him many times in the fight. I abandoned the body shots. The body shots were doing damage, but he cut me 1 or 2 jabs to the body, and I avoided his body then after that. But he played well. He went into autopilot mode where I panicked a little bit, and this is it. You win or you learn. So.
Crumlin's a tough area, you know what I mean? It's just the way it was growing up, but it just probably, like, maybe people might just went on with their day and forgot about it. Me, I just kind of sat back and thought about it a lot more, and it led me to the gym. The Irish thing is to get into a trade straight away. I was no different. As soon as I finished school, I was always getting pestered. What are you doing with your life? You're doing this, doing that. They didn't know what it was. They didn't know what MMA was. They didn't know what none of this. They didn't know I could make a career out of it. As far as they were concerned, my man and dad, I'm talking about, as far as they were concerned, I was just getting into a cage and fighting some other guy. They didn't know nothing about it. No one did, really. But I knew. You know what I mean? I knew. But and then I ended up getting a trade just to keep them quiet. I ended up getting a trade as a plumber. Literally up in the back arse of nowhere, up in the Wicklow Mountains. And funny enough, that site was one of the biggest sites in Europe. Kiltiernan. It was right at that skiing place. Huge. And now it's just abandoned. Now it's just deserted. So I used to go up there 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I was on that M50. I used to have to walk to the N4. About half an hour from my house, wait for some Limerick guy that I didn't even know. He'd drive on the M4 and I had to flag him down. Nightmare, yeah. 2 hours down on the M50. 2 hours back. Usually 14-hour days, and I was the first year, so I had to go and do everything. I had to go to the shop. I had to go and get this and get that. So I always had trouble with that, and I was like, this isn't for me. This is not for me. wasn't the life for me, you know what I mean? And then John said, because I was training with John as well at the time, and then John got in touch and says, I have a show, I'm winning a show, I'd like to fight on it. And then that was it. I just packed it in, didn't show up. My dad used to come in and punch the head on me and like try and drag me out of bed, and I just wouldn't go. You know what I mean? I had uproar for a good few years when I'm over, but and that was it. I just packed it in, quit, and then focused on training. And that's I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There's a lot of stressful years. You know what I mean? A lot of tough times. But I proved them wrong. I proved myself right. I'm curious about it. It's never. I mean, it's in my head 24/7. There's nothing else I can think of. I don't think about nothing else. And that's it. I'm just curiously fascinated with it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is related to this. I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fighting. You know what I mean? I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5, in an office or in a. You know, that's unhealthy. That beats your mind. I don't work. I love what I do, and that's why I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? That's why it's become a career for me, because I love it. I love what I do. So I don't think it's unhealthy. I feel good in my mind. I mean, it's my life. I'm no different. I don't do nothing any different. I still come to the gym. There's people trying to get me to do this and get me to do that. But I know that in order to be successful at this game, it needs to be 24/7. I need to be living in this gym, and that's since this new facility, SBG Concord, has opened up. The setup now is I come here at 1 or 2 o'clock in the day and I leave at 10 o'clock at night. There's no outside distraction. There's no nothing. It's been crazy. The spotlight is on. The Irish public are watching, but it's what we planned. It's what we prepared. I knew I was going to be the person to bring martial arts to the public eye, and now it's happening. You know what I mean? There's 2 things I've learned from these past 7 months. Number 1 is that hard work pays off, and number 2 is that dreams come true. And that's what's happening.